Okay, do me a favor. I gave you I gave you guys three documents. Just a quick info. How are we going to do this project? I gave you three documents. Two of them are syllabi, and the other one is the schedule that we're going to do for this project management and estimating. Everything that I gave you, Aaron, is sitting on the network folder. I added a network folder, instructor folder. Can you guys see that one? It says semester number 4-2, spring estimation and project management. So what I expect you guys is to go to your team folder. Here's team number 1, and add another another folder. So right away, so you can put all your stuff right into it. I did not do that one. Here's what I would. So I'm doing it in project number team number 1. Oops, team number 1. So I'm gonna go to, wow, I'm doing a lot of. So create a new folder, please, and in the new folder, I'm doing it in your team, guys. Rename this one. Copy. Rename this one. Rename. Maybe because we're working, rename, here you go, and paste it. And make sure you have a spring module 2, spring semester module 2 industrial project. We don't want to call it industrial. We're going to call it estimation. I'm doing that. Who's team 1? I'm doing it in your team, guys. So do me a favor. Can you guys, the first thing, assignment I would like you to do is to go create just one folder, call it S number 4-2 spring estimation. This is where you're going to put all your estimation for Chad. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Everybody's okay? You know how to create a folder, right? In time, I want it right there. So when I'm looking at estimating, guys, I'm looking at that particular folder. Everybody got that? That's step number 1. I could have done it for you, but you guys are good. Okay, so when we're looking at it, guys, it's going to be a spring estimation. Thumbs up, Chad. Yes, no? Okay. Let me know when we're done with that. Okay, the second thing I would like to walk with you guys, that's in your team folder. When you go to the instructor folder, you're going to have the same thing, spring semester number 4-2, spring estimation and project management. Click on that. You're going to have two classes. You're going to have two classes with your friend Chad this time. I'm going to talk about only two classes. One, we're going to do estimation project management theory and calculation and the concept of estimating and project management. The other one is going to do takeoff for 3 projects that we have done. This is really summarize the whole thing. We're going to take off the residential project, we're going to take off the commercial project, and we're going to take off the industrial project. You guys will assemble this in a binder. All the takeoff that you're going to do with Chad, you're going to put it in a tiny little binder, individual binder, please, for each one of you. It's going to be basically 3 tab and a table of contents, and you put all the stuff that you did inside this tiny little binder. I've never done this before, guys, this way, so I would say probably an inch, maybe half an inch binder. That should work, but we'll see how much. Don't buy the binder yet. We'll see how it goes. But everything you do, guys, you're going to print it at the end, put it in a binder. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Cool. All right, so 2 classes only. The classes, I want to start with first the application. That's called 225, Electrical Estimating and Project Management. Inside here, guys, I will put all my lectures that's actually already there. So I'm gonna go take, okay, here. So we're gonna have all the lectures right in here. But I'm not sure, guys, if these are the ones, so please don't copy them because I'm not sure. There's a few things I'm going to change here, so please don't. No, I'm going to delete them. Please don't copy them yet because I'm going to be changing a few things here. Okay, come on, why? There you go. Delete it here. Delete, yes. Okay, so all right, here you go. So what I'm going to do, Darren, my friend, all the lectures, when I do a PowerPoint presentation or an assignment, I will put it right here in the lecture. Cool? So let's go back into, the reason why I delete the ones that was there, because I need to update them to the new format that we have as we go through. Syllabi. I'm going to open the first one, the first syllabi, guys, under syllabi. Here's the one. Can you do me a favor? And I gave you a copy of this. Could you please go look at the one that says ECDM 2250, Electrical Estimating and Management Application? Everybody's looking at this one, guys? The one that says ECDM 2250, Electrical Estimating and Management. Okay. Joe, my friend, this is your theory part of the estimation. That's my lecture. I'm going to be lecturing. This one is going to start, if you guys look at the start, from 7:30 to 8:25 is my lecture time. We're going to go from now until May 17, when we kick you out of here to go continue working in the industry. The ones who are working and the ones who are not working, find you a job. If anybody has any question, like the same thing, office hours, guys, 12:30 to 1:30. Though I'm going to be in my office at 11:30. If anybody has any question, I can stay here from 11:30 to 12:30 if you guys need me. Otherwise, I'm a manager, as you know, and I would love to have 1 hour to do some management in my office. My plan, guys, is to be here from 7:30 to 11:30. You'll have 1 hour the art and science guys. The non-art and science guys will go work. Right? Everybody understand that one? Okay, it's going to be here. All the information is on My Dunwoody about these two classes. Everything that you need, the assessment, everything is on My Dunwoody. Here's what this class is, guys. The process of estimation project management for electrical construction projects, scheduling, and bidding of construction projects and project documentation. Here's my envision. Again, brand new class. We've never run this one this way before. I ran a lot of estimation, but not in this format. So my plan, guys, is to walk you through this electrical estimating book, which if you have not done that, please go downstairs and get this book. We're going to go through each and every one of these chapters here. This will walk us through the science and the art of estimating. How to do, what is estimating, what's takeoff, what's break even. All the terminology that they use in estimating, that will walk us through it. That's my theory application book. Everybody got that? That's the only required book for this class. This is the only required book for the class. So I'm going to be following, when I say chapter, I'm doing chapter 1 and chapter 2 this week. Everybody understand that they're coming from this book, chapter 1 and chapter 2, electrical estimating for Mike Holtz, the newest version. This is 2 credits, guys. We have 36 hours of meeting for this class, only 36 hours. 2 credits. We talk about the prerequisite and prerequisite, not a big deal. The textbook that we're using is Electrical Estimating, Mike Holtz, the latest and the greatest 2nd edition. I think the price, I'm not sure what the price is. Anybody bought it? You just got it. Somebody got it. Is it, how much is it? 75. So the price might be a little bit different than 75 is not too bad for a book. Anything less than 100 is not too bad for a book. It's a really good book for you. Okay, here's what I'm not going to talk about the core ability. These are guys you have done a lot with us. I'm going to go directly into the program outcome, estimate electrical construction project. The outcome of this class, guys, to help you estimate an electrical project, not any project, only electrical, and manage electrical construction and engineering projects. How do you manage an electrical project from an engineering point of view as well as from a construction point of view? So we go through allocating labor to a project. If you're working in an engineering firm, as well as if you're working on in a construction site. And I'm hoping I can, guys, bring a couple of guys from Egan and Hunt and so forth, so we can talk about their experience in the arena, especially when it comes to estimation and project management. Cool? Everybody understand? The key word is estimating project management. Here's what the competency, and I really would like to read them for you guys because I wrote them the first time this year. You're brand new. I hate to say guinea pigs for this class, but this is, like I said, brand new class that we've done. So the competencies that you're supposed to come out, and I know Jeff likes always to challenge me and say refund and so forth. So look at them and get me a refund if I don't answer this. Compile project construction information for estimating construction buildings. You need to, like you guys have done with me, everything that you do for a construction project, you're going to put them in a binder. So you have documentation of your project, except this time construction and estimation only. Determine plans and specification for estimating construction buildings. So you're going to have the blueprints. I got you all the blueprints, guys, right here for the 3 projects that we've done. You're going to get them, read them, understand them. You guys will understand them better than anybody else because you've done it to do the takeoff. Then produce takeoff projects by counting electrical components and measuring electrical distances for estimating construction building. Takeoff. Takeoff is two words. When we start talking about takeoff, guys, takeoff is counting components and measuring distances. And that's what you're going to be doing. I know all of you, the ones who are working for electrical contractors, so that directly related to, if you're doing construction, directly related to what you guys do. So we'll do the takeoff. Then, Zach, my friend, we're going to do budget material, labor for estimating residential projects. You need to do the budget for the labor and the material. And then we're going to do predict profit and overhead for estimating construction building, profit and overhead. Analyze the estimate for residential building, summarize estimate for construction building, compose bid proposal for construction building, and then explain project schedule, including pre-design, design, construction rough-in stage, construction finishing stage, and inspection, commissioning stage for construction buildings. So that's part of the project management. I know we did this one with Microsoft Project, guys. We're going to do a little bit, hopefully we can go a little bit deeper into talking more about the pre-design, the design, the construction documentation stages of the project. Any comments, guys, about what we're supposed to do for this class? Any comments, any questions? So we're charging you this money for this. If it's not worth it, get up and leave, like I always say, right? So again, brand new class, guys, and the reason why I did it during this time, because I've been here 11 years. We've always been asked, well, Chad, you guys say electrical construction design management. Where's the management and the estimation component? It was kind of hidden in the project. This time we allocate the whole 6 weeks for it so we can focus on it. Okay. The assessment for it, guys, here's how we're going to assess you. I'm going to have a test number 1, 25% of your grades going to be in test number 1. Test number 2, 25, classroom engagement, being on time, showing up, engaging with me and whoever is going to be coming and talking to you guys. I give you 10 points. And then we're going to have a final exam on this class. It's 30 points. Almost all the stuff, guys, as of now is going to be coming from this book. I have another book about project management that I'm going to introduce. I don't want you to buy it yet because I'm not sure if it's the ideal situation for you. But all your tests are going to be based on this book. Cool. Grading scale, you guys have been with me for almost a year now, so you know the grading scale for the A through F. Academic honesty, you guys are honest. I think you're honest enough, right? For a class like this, I always say, if you don't have to cheat, just come to me, I'll give you the answer. I mean, if you're stuck, we're interested in the process of learning and changing lives, not in the process of failing people. That's my philosophy. Disability airdrop being complete, intellectual properties, respectful environment, and student behavior. The only thing I want to emphasize, guys, please, I know we talked about this one and I'm kind of a loose sometimes, but please, 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 this time I would like us to kind of keep as much of a professional atmosphere as we can. Okay, cool. I don't want to yell at anybody. The last 6 weeks, we spent a long time together. Let's leave it at this. So please, please. So don't put me in a situation where I have to kick somebody out of the class, which I can do if I have to. I don't like to do it though. Appropriate behavior. Here's a couple of things. This has been in all of my classes, guys. You have done, the only concern about what we have done is a little bit more professionalism in the classroom. That's my concern. Hopefully we'll fix that one. Attendance is also being on time is a big concern for me. Zach, what we talked about, when you work as a team, you're going to have 50-50. I'm not accusing you, but when you guys work in a team, I would like everybody to carry 50% of your load. I talked about this, guys, cooperate with and helping other students find a job. It's a big deal for me. I give you credit for classroom engagement. Participate in classroom discussion with visitors and students and instructors. Research in new classroom related subjects and sharing it with the students. You're high on my list if you do that. Share employment leads. You're also very high on my list. Provide constructive criticism. Like Jeff always like to jump in and give us his feedback. I love that one. Because Jeff, attend NCEL. I don't force you. I have students in the past, guys. They want North Central Electric League. All of you are working. Some of you are not. This is a great way of networking and rubbing elbows with leaders of the electrical industry. If you have a chance to sign in there, even after you leave Dunwoody, make sure you put this one in your list. Attendance, the same thing. I'm going to talk and pick on my friend Adam this time. Unexpected absence, tardy, or leave early, that will count against you. Probably you guys, some of you have seen this one when you saw your classroom engagement. I'm not going to lie to you. I really was brutal in some of you. Computer shutdown, I used to do that one. I don't do it anymore, except if I walk around, Zach, and I see you're playing games. You're in my lowest list here. A positive attitude in the classroom, guys. You're almost graduating, so and this is a good. All of you are working for electrical contractor. If that cannot get you excited, I don't know what else will get you excited. I really don't. Maybe you're in the wrong industry. Neat, clean, and organized desk. These are, I like to emphasize them, guys, because these are the traits of a project manager. You can't be a project manager and a slobby, a good project manager and slobby. You'll see when I start talking about project management, I say organized people on average, Darren, and I can prove it, can achieve twice as much as unorganized people for less the amount of time too. Especially when it comes to project management, guys, there's a lot of documentation, a lot of paperwork, emails, you name it. So we'll talk about this one as we go. Attendance policy, I would like you guys to maintain 95%. And this time, if you guys watch your attendance, if it's less than 90%, I will give you an incomplete. So please, please, please. And I'll be very, it's only 4 hours. We'll get in, get out, get on time, and let's just get it done there, right? So please, please, please. Can I ask you for a favor, Zach, my friend? Just be here on time, leave on time, so you don't put me in a situation where I have to have an encounter with you one more time in the fall. I would like you to come as a, well, you're going to be here in the fall anyway, so no, maybe. Okay, here's the most important thing, guys. Classroom schedule. This is the map for the 6 weeks. This is our map for the 6 weeks. Week 1, which is this week, I'm going to go over chapter 1 and chapter 2. Andrew, that will be from this book. Immediately after the 2 chapters, I will ask you to do the homework for the chapters. So the week after, on Monday, guys, my expectation is to do chapter 1 and chapter 2. Let me tell you about the homework, by the way. The test 1 and test 2, Jeff, that I'm going to be testing you from, they are part of the homework. My test for this class is basically I grab certain questions from the homework and I test you on them. I don't review for the test. I do not review for these tests because it's a homework, basically. Do the homework. Now, the question for me is, Chad, can we get the answers for them? Absolutely. When you're done with your homework for these, I will put the answer on the network for you guys to look at. Cool? Everybody understand? So it's very, very important to do your homework on that one. Do it right. Chapter 1 and chapter 2, guys, is what we're going to go over this week. We have 8 chapters that we're going to go over. And then I have a project management 1 and project management 2. These are 2 components that talk about project management. No book for it yet, but I have a couple of chapters. I'm going to go in chapter 5 and week 5 and week 6. Any comments about the plan for this class? Anybody has any concerns, any comments about the plan for this class? Cool. So I have a PowerPoint presentation I go over. So do me a favor if you want to go ahead, like Aaron, you have always done, read this book. It's unreal. It's down to earth information about estimation project management. Really down to earth. So I can't think of a better place, especially for estimation, than starting with this tiny little booklet. Okay, so that's what I have for this class. Any comments, guys, about this class? Anybody has any concerns, comments? Everybody's cool with that? Jeff, my friend? Cool. Okay. So I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go to the next class. I left the next class, guys, I'm going to have with me is a 3-hour class. This is called the ECDM 2240, Estimating, Electrical Estimating and Management Lab. Now, this is, if you guys go there, you're going to have same thing. Anything I do lecture, it's going to be mounted here for you. I have a project. All the project, everything that I gave you so far, all this documentation that I gave you guys, it's right in here. I'll walk you guys through it. I'm going to go directly to the syllabi. Here's my syllabi. I already gave you a hard copy of it. I'm going to go over this one right in here. Okay, so this class, in conjunction, it goes side by side, guys, with the lecture. It's called Electrical Estimating and Management Lab, for a lack of a better term. You guys have that one, right? 2240. for the lab, this one. Okay, so this one is going to go, guys, from same time. It's going to go from 8:30 to 11:25. At 11:25, we're done. You can leave if you want to. You can stay here. So at 11:25, we're done with that one. Moving forward, it's called electrical estimating, detailed estimating and project management of residential, commercial, industrial, electrical construction project using industry software, scheduling and bidding of construction projects, and project documentation. This class, guys, you're going to take, I brought all the blueprints that you did with me for the whole year. You guys are going to pick them up right now. If you're missing some, you know where to go to these projects and print them. But I would rather not kill more trees. Every team is going to have the 3 blueprints, 22 by 34, that you guys have done with me in the last couple of classes that you did. So you're going to take this one, residential, commercial, and industrial project. You're going to do takeoff for them. We're going to do takeoff from A to Z. We're going to use the takeoff that we're going to be using, guys. We're going to use two softwares and Excel. We're going to use two Excel sheet. We have an Excel sheet. I'm going to give it to you. They have the so-called assemblies. So we're going to take off using Excel, the residential project. We're going to use the commercial project. We're going to use McCormick. And I'm hoping, and it will happen, when we use AccuBid, we're going to do it for the industrial project. So when we're done here, guys, you're going to come over here, and each one of you are going to pick up 3 blueprints, put them on your desk. Everybody got that one? I have them right here. Got them from my office. Okay, so we'll talk about scheduling also and bidding of construction project. When you guys do the takeoff, it's going to be 3 takeoff sticks. You're going to put them in a binder for me. With them, you're going to have a bid proposal to do and a couple of other documentation of the projects. As in quotation, if you have any quotation for the switch gear or lights, you're going to add your quotation to this project, and you're going to end up with a tiny little binder, not big, I don't expect it to be big, that has the 3 project estimation, residential, commercial, industrial, with all the details inside this binder. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? That's what we're going to be doing. Okay, it's a 2-hour. Here's the class. We're going to continue. I don't have a lot of lectures in this class, guys, but we're going to be using electrical estimating by my course as our guide, because what my course does is it defines what is a takeoff. How do you do a takeoff? How do you start? Do you start with the power, or do you start with the lighting? All these details, that book is really nice. It gives you enough details. Okay, the softwares that we're going to use, I only listed 2 softwares. Revit actually should be McCormick Estimating and Revit MVP 2012. What you need, guys, you really also need AutoCAD, and we need here's the nice thing about spelling, okay? And we need AccuBid, QBid, if I spell it right. I don't know if there is a spelling. Okay, AccuBid. I might have spelled it right. So these are the softwares that are going to add, guys. McCormick, AccuBid, and we're going to use also Excel here first. Excel. So we're going to use, for softwares, we're going to be using Excel. We're going to be using McCormick Estimating and AccuBid. Drafting software, we're not going to do any drafting, Andrew. But when you guys do the takeoff, you might go to Revit and do your counts, though I want you to do the counts by hand. You have to do the counts by hand. But Aaron, you did a lot of counts in Revit. You can go and verify your counts with Revit counts. That's why I said we're not going to do any drafting in this class at all.
You should count.
Huh?
Just don't ever do that. Because if you start getting in the habit of that, a lot of extra
Screw you up. Yeah. Yeah, but we want, you're absolutely right. So we're going to do the takeoff by hand. And I'm hoping when Egan comes here, we'll show you takeoff on the screen, takeoff they call it, with AccuBid. But for the most part, guys, when you do it by hand, you can go to Revit and CAD to verify your counts. That's the only thing you can verify. Or your measures. You can go in Revit and measure things in Revit. But really, my plan, guys, the 90% of the takeoff is going to be happening by hand. That's the basic of takeoff. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Cool. Everything is good with that. Core ability, knowing how to talk to each other and so forth. Okay. I'll talk about the program outcome. estimating electrical construction project and managing electrical construction engineering project. Really, the outcome is very simple. Take off, estimate a project, and manage it. That's what this is supposed to do. In this case, we're going to have 3 projects: residential, commercial, industrial. Core abilities. Look what I have for competencies, guys. Prepare electrical estimation and bid proposal using industry standard software for residential buildings. You have to do the bid proposal and the estimate. Prepare electrical estimation and bid proposal using industry standard software for commercial building. And the same thing for industrial building. So the same thing repeated for industrial building. Develop project schedule. I will ask you guys, we'll talk about developing project schedule, the schedule that you did with me. My plan is, and I've never run it before, so we'll see how that goes, is to go a little bit deeper in the project management. For the three projects that we had, and develop project schedule by using industry standard softwares for the residential. So the plan, guys, is do the estimation and the project management for the 3 projects that we have. Any comments, any questions about these competencies? Any comments, any questions? So here's the assessment. How are we going to assessing you? Very, very important, guys. Here's the assessment. We have residential project estimating assignments on time. You're going to see the schedule in a second. So when I ask you to give me the takeoff. By the way, when I ask you to do the takeoff, I would like you, that colored sheet is part of your takeoff, guys. So assignment on time, 5%. Residential project takeoff, the takeoff that you submit to me is going to be 10%. Residential project estimate summary, at the end there is a summary that you're going to see there. It's going to be 10%. And residential project bid proposal, the bid proposal you're going to submit is 5%. So add them together. So 10, 10, 20, 30. 30% of your grades in this project are going to be about residential. Is there anything wrong? No? I'm always worried about spilling something that... Okay. Again, brand new class, guys. We've never done it, so we'll see how it goes with you. Then we're going to jump into same thing, guys, for the commercial project. Assignment on time 5, takeoff 10, estimating summary 10, bid proposal. Then we go to the commercial industrial project right here underneath it. The same thing, we'll do estimation, assignment, estimation, takeoff, summary, and bid proposal. Does that make sense? If you add them up, they should add up to 10 when you add the estimate binder. Then you're going to put all these in a binder, give it to your friend Chad at the end, and you get 10 points for submitting the binder in a professional manner. Cool? Does that make sense? Are you guys excited? Am I the only one who's excited here? Ouch.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. Huh?
I'm a little excited.
A little excited? Okay. Okay, summative. we got, so this should get you, Kiri, my friend, this should get you guys 100% of your grades in this project. Darren, does it make sense? Everything that you see right here is already in My Dunwoody. If you go to My Dunwoody, all this stuff is set to My Dunwoody. Okay. Here's the grading scale, and everything else, guys, is the same. Disability, intellectual property, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the most important thing is at the bottom, the schedule. For the schedule, guys, I ask you here to see electrical estimating project management schedule. So these are how we're going to lay out the 6 weeks. We're going to do residential project part 1, part 2, commercial project part 1, part 2, industrial project part 1, and part 2. I divided them into 2 weeks for every project. Does that make sense? We have 6 weeks. We take 2 weeks for every project. So come this week and next week, we're done with residential. Close the chapter, open commercial. 2 weeks, done commercial. Close the book and open industrial. We're done. I hope you guys, the guinea pigs, I've never run it this way. I hope it would. That's kind of my plan. We'll get the bugs out of it as we move through. I think it should be, if you guys are teaming in teams of 2 and work together, you should be able to kick the whole project in 2 weeks from A to Z. That's including listening to your friend Chad too. Okay, so I'm going to go directly, guys, to the schedule because that's that project is related to the schedule. Okay, so right here under projects, I'm going to go open my what do we call this one? We call it Not the narrative, not the final design. This one here. Design project, residential, right here. Scope. Here we go. This is probably one of the most important things that you guys have to pay attention in terms of the lab. This little sheet that I gave you, Jeff, in both sides. Week 1, today, starting today. The goal, guys, of today is to do the introduction, and I'm doing it right now. I'm doing some introduction for you. The second thing, we're going to do takeoff. Look at the takeoff, these 3 takeoffs right here. Oops. We're going to take off sheet E3, E4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. The ones that are not here, they don't have things to take off. So you're going to grab this sheet, big fat fluffy sheet, and you're going to put it in front of you and your partner. You're going to have colors. I want it colored, guys. So we're going to have we'll tell you the color code they're going to be using. We're going to have colors, and you're going to have color as you count the component. You're going to color them, put them in the software that I gave you in an Excel. This will be done in Excel. Give it in Excel. It spits the information for you. And then you're going to, when you're done, you're going to give me this sheets colored as part of it. All of I need them as a proof of taking off, as well as the Excel sheet will be in your team folder. Everybody understand when I say take off what you guys are going to be doing? Cool. So that's kind of the takeoff that you're going to be doing this week. Next week, we're going to continue, guys, doing the same thing. We have a takeoff. All the ways takeoff. Takeoff is a fancy name for counting and measuring. All what you're doing, guys, is counting and measuring. We're going to take off the E3 and 4 and 7 and 10. These guys are low voltage. Can you guys see the word low voltage? We're going to do takeoff for the low voltage. The first week, we're going to do power and lighting. The second week, we're going to do low voltage for the same residential project. Cool? So that's the first 2 weeks. If you guys move on into week 3, now this is using Excel. I don't know if I mentioned that. We're using, we're using Excel. Can you guys highlight the word Excel here? We're not using a software. We're using Excel for the residential project. I do have a sheet that I'm going to give to you guys. And that sheet should take care of you in terms of calculation with a tiny little bit more modification. Okay, so moving on into week 3. Week 3, we are shooting for McCormick. I know McCormick good enough to walk you guys through McCormick, so we're going to do the same thing. For McCormick, we're going to do the takeoff. Can you guys see the takeoff right here and the power as well as the lighting? We're going to do takeoff, power, and lighting for 4, 3, 6, 5, 8, and 9. The reason why I pick them this way, because some sheets don't have anything to take off on, like sheet E1. So you're going to be picking the sheets that has things to measure or count and take them off. Highlight them, color them, give them to your friend Chad at the end of the week, and we're good to go. Does that make sense? Yes, no? So that's for your commercial project. I do have the commercial project right here, the blueprints too, for you. Moving into week 4, guys, we're going to do the same thing. If you can see, there is repetitive in it. In week 4, we're going to do a low voltage. The same thing for E4 and E7. Commercial project, we did low voltage for these. Site and floor plan. The nice thing, Andrew, about taking off these projects, you guys did them. So now you go back and you say, who's that dumber than a rock designer who did this? But remember, you guys did that. Or the guy who checked it for you. Ouch, that would be me. So we're all guilty. Anything you find that doesn't make sense when you start taking off, you're going to blame 2 people. Yourselves and your friend Chad. We're both guilty. Then at the end, you guys are going to do bid summary and bid proposal for me for the commercial project. And anybody can predict the last 2 weeks would be? The same thing for industrial project, except I am hoping, I really am, that we can run it with the AccuBid. So that's where I need all the help that God created. When it comes to AccuBid, I'm not familiar with it. If worse come to worse, we can run it in McCormick, guys. We'll know McCormick. So you're going to learn 2 softwares in 6 weeks and run a takeoff on it. So it's exciting. And I can tell you guys about McCormick. McCormick is so easy. I usually teach McCormick in 1 day, 4 hours. I take from A to Z. Students love it. It's 5 steps, 1 through 5, done. It's logical. Accubid, I went for training for it. It's the jury's still out on it, but it's kind of like Excel. There's a lot of sheets that you have to mix together. But I'm hoping our friends at Egan will get the cloud out of it. If all hell break loose, Darren, and we cannot produce a project from the industrial project using Accubit because it's too complicated or we don't have enough time, we will just switch to McCormick and run it. But I really would like to at least give it a big shot with help from with help from Egan. So today my plan is to give him a call and start arranging for them to come here and train you guys. I know enough about it, not really as good as McCormick. Cool? Can I have thumbs up, chat, for that one? That everybody understands. So when you go there, you guys have just finished this project with your friend Chad. We're going to do takeoff. Here's my here's my takeoff. I do have Accubit introduction, guys, and McCormick introduction at the beginning. Then we have the power and we have the light. 4, 3.1, 7, 5, 6, and E8. Now do me a favor, Jeff. If yours take off like it's not 3.1, if yours is 3.2, some of you guys have named them slightly different. What I'm looking for example here, I'm looking for power and lighting system for power riser. So whatever you named your power riser doesn't have to be 3.1. Yours could be 3, right? Does that understand? If the numbers don't match what you have, please look at the description. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so the last thing they're going to do before we kick you out of here to go continue to work or start working is we're going to do the low voltage thing, the takeoff. We're going to do the site and the riser, the first floor and the second floor. Again, I can't emphasize, Jeff, if your E numbers are different than these, focus on the description. Focus on the description. Cool? And the last thing you guys are going to do is you're going to do a bid summary and a bid proposal for your friend Chad. You're going to see a lot of these bid proposal, guys, will be used. The same bid proposal will be changed slightly. Every software has a bid proposal that you can submit. So that's basically our 6-week estimating and project management. Estimating project management. I don't have a, because it's a new, guys, I don't have a project. I thought of adding a project for you to do a project management, taking a project and assign a task for it. That will be part of the estimation you're going to see. So I think that's good enough for the time being, but things can change in the future. Any comments, guys? Any questions about the schedule? Any comments? Any questions? Are you guys excited? No? Not really, Chad, too much? Okay. You'll be all right. It will be good. Do me a favor, guys. So what I'm going to have for you, so that's what I'm going to do. Today, I'm not going to start a chapter. It's a Monday. I already took my lecture. Tomorrow, I'm going to start with chapter 1 and chapter 2. I might have to lecture the 2 chapters together to get you guys a pump. So we might lecture more tomorrow, just to get you that push, so understand the concept so you can start takeoff. So my expectation from you guys today, I want to give you your projects, the last 3 projects that you did with me in a CAD and a Revit. You're going to have them, keep an eye on them, keep them in your area. And I would like you guys to get some colors and a book. And I'll get you, usually I get you scales. I have a bunch of scales that you can use to do the takeoff. Counter, I don't have counters. So if you guys have to have a mechanical, I really don't have counters. I have them for the softwares, but not for the not for the Excel. For the softwares we do, but not the first 2 weeks. You're going to do it by hand, or you have to get your own counter. Can you? Okay. Any comments, guys? Any comments? Any questions about the plan? Okay, so like I said, the plan for today, guys, I did the introduction for the stuff. Takeoff. I don't expect you to do a takeoff today. What I'm going to give you, I'm going to download the software in your machines today. Get you your blueprints to look through them. Please get the book handy. I will get you the scales that we're going to be using. The architectural scales that we're going to be using to do the takeoff. These, at least for the first project. Next project, we're going to do a wheel. So you need this one, and we need color pens and pencils. I have a bunch of them here, but if you need more, please feel free to buy more. I mean, I have a bunch of colored pencils right here, so you can color the stuff that you need. So I'll give you these two today, so you can start your organization skills and do the takeoff. Any comments, guys? Any questions about that? Cool. Okay, so that's all what I have. All right, let me turn it off.